Hi and welcome back, my name is Emily. In this video we will take a closer look at the Funshine Rainbow die set from Trinity Stamps. This fun die set is not for purchase. To get this die set you actually need to make a purchase in the Trinity Stamps shop for $100 or more between the 26th and 30th of November. You do not need any code or anything, but you need to make it between those dates, and that is while supplies lies. Trinity Stamps will ship them automatically out with your order if you order something over $100. So that is how you can get your hands on this really fun die set, and I think that is just amazing. If you make a purchase from any shop, you will be so happy to get something for free, and I think this is just an amazing thing to get because I was so inspired when I created my cards for today, and I think you will be too. So I actually created 4 cards for this video, and as I said, I was really inspired and I wanted to try out a couple of new papers that I had in my stash, and you can see here I had sketched out a couple of cards that I was wanting to try out, and that is something I learned. I think it was from let's see, I have so many favorite YouTubers, but I think it was Christina Warner that made that in a video recently, and I thought I was just so clever to just sketch out, and then you have something to like look back at when you are starting to create, because sometimes when you create your mind travels and you get all sort of new ideas, and that could be really fun to try them out as well, but sometimes you just need to go back and think about what you were trying to create from the beginning. So here you can see I used that backing on this rainbow, and I just aligned all of my papers down, and I created a lot of rainbows with all of those cuts, and I will keep them and use for another product here in a second. I cut down a couple of strips of blue and teal cardstock, and I will just adhere them down flat to a card base here, and I will cut this down to be slightly smaller than an A2 size card panel. And I just love these colors. This is really my colors, and it's also quite reminding me of Trinity Stamps logo when I'm looking at them. So here you can see all my rainbows. But we will get into another example here, and I cut a part of the front of my card base off. You can see it here on screen, and I will create a card that has a little bit more of a, I will not say an interactive part because it really isn't, but just a more fun shape of it. And you can see I tried it out here with some gray cardstock to the inside, and I think that really brought everything together. So I will go ahead, use some liquid adhesive, and just pop these clouds down to my card base here. And you can see my daughter was here helping me, and she really loved all of these rainbows as well. She was just playing around with them and making up stories as we created our cards here. And yeah, we had so much fun creating these cards. So I took some liquid adhesive to the inside, and I adhere that as well. So here you can see I had this idea in my mind that I would do a vellum cloud, and you know, vellum doesn't really like adhesive at all, but I think since the shape of this is stripes and it has the stitching, I don't know if I mentioned that previously, but it has this gorgeous stitching all around on the middle part of all the rainbow parts, so that really helped to cover up my adhesive when I adhered it. So I think this actually turned out really well, and I can see it in person that it is some liquid stripes, but I don't think you can see it on screen. And I think if you didn't create this card and didn't know everything that went into it, I don't think you would be bothered about it. So I really think that turned out fun. And I just popped some double-sided adhesive with some dimension to the backside of the clouds there, so it had some dimension and didn't lay flat on my card base. I took some cream colored cardstock, and I did nearly the same thing here, but this time I'm popping up the clouds from the rainbow instead of the opposite. And I will adhere this with some foam tape to the backside of all of this, just to have a sturdy base. And you can see that little cute unicorn up in the corner there, and I will use that, of course. I will have everything listed down below because I like that you really can mix and match products like this. And this little cute rainbow, or not rainbow, but this little cute unicorn you can actually purchase in the shop. It was released, I think, in April this year, so it's quite new as well. So now I was just going for more of an abstract background, and I had all of these rainbows on my desk and I didn't know exactly what to create. I actually had laid them out in many different shapes before I decided to go with this one. So that is also something I really like, when you can play around and find something that really makes you happy to look at. So I also created some small sentiment strips that I will use for all of my cards today, and I wanted to make them a little bit more wonky. I thought it looked a little bit weird when everything was so straight down. And if you wanted to give these cards away as a set, I think it's great to find something that makes them go together. You have the rainbow, of course, but I have a lot of different colors and elements going on here. So the black and white sentiment strips here really finish that one off. And I will also use that little small heart that comes in this Rainbow Funshine die set, and I think that also brings everything nicely together. And that pop of red really, I think that makes the whole card. Off camera I use some glossy accent as well on top of the hearts, but I didn't film that part, and I actually did it after I stopped recording this video, but you will see it in the close-up photos of these products in the end. And one more thing I wanted to mention, I also used a couple of sequins, and I was quite bold when I did this. I just went in with my liquid glue and making dots. That is really not my style usually, but I thought, hey, what could go wrong? With these happy rainbow cards, I think you can pull off anything. So if it would look like funny, I would say that it was supposed to look that way. So I wanted to repeat once more how you can get this die set, and the only way to get it is to make a purchase in the Trinity Stamps shop between the 26th and 30th of November 2020, and it will be free with your purchase if you buy something from the shop with a value over $100, and that is while the supplies lies. So I would be quite quick if I would be you, because I think this will be quite popular, and I know that I had so much fun, and I think you will too. So you will find a lot more inspiration if you follow the links down below. We have 6 videos today showcasing this really fun die set, so don't miss that out. Until next time, I hope you have a really great day. Bye!